thank you for joining us today. Absolute pleasure to be talking Foundation Season 3 of yourself. We're very excited. We're going to dive in and talk about your character, if that's all right. We're talking about the Mule, who you're playing. Now,
I hope so.
Well, hopefully, yeah. The villain in Foundation,
Yeah.
what's it like for you to come in and just cause chaos in this universe?
I love your energy because that's very mule-ish. I don't know. It was just so much fun. I really enjoyed doing the character. The thing is, the Foundation is an international show. I'm from Denmark, so if I do anything in Denmark, I call it a national show. I'm home, I'm with my wife, I'm with my daughter, I'm very happy. When I'm doing international projects, I feel like a tourist, and it needs to be fun. It's like being in Disneyland. So if you have to be, let's say, 6 months in Prague, or in Spain, or in South America, all over the world, and you can't really bring your family because of school, it needs to be fun. And that's how I actually thought the Mule had to be. He had to be fun, he had to be spectacular, he had to bring chaos. And he did it. A lot of it.
A lot.
He actually did it so much, he almost, you have to watch the show, almost had the Foundation and the Empire collaborate.
You've played villainous characters before in many
God.
other projects and
Oh, God,
such. But what is different about the Mule in Foundation? What makes this villain tick, essentially?
This might take 2 minutes of this 6 minutes
Feel
interview.
free.
Are you okay with
Go
that?
for it.
Okay, perfect. So, I've done a ton of villains. The reason why I've done so many villains is that I am Danish. I'll always have an accent. And apparently, if you're doing American or British films, if you have an accent, you're evil. I like villains. Maybe it's because I always try to make them as three-dimensional as possible. I always try to make them human and understandable. No one is a villain in their own life. Regarding Foundation, I did Game of Thrones. Euron Greyjoy, he was a villain as well for the past couple of seasons of that series. And David called me, Goya, the showrunner, the phenomenal David. And David called me and he said, I got this role for you. You're walking in the footsteps of Mikael Pesbrand, whom I love. He's an icon in Scandinavia. And he said, I saw the work you did on Game of Thrones. I thought it was amazing. This is very different. He was a pirate. This is very, very different, Pilou. Do you mind reading the script? And being a big fan of David and the things he's written, I was like, yes, I would love to read those scripts. And Foundation, of course. I got the scripts. The first description of the Mule was space pirate. And I was like, come on, David. You said very different. But we changed it and we made him more, a little bit different from the book. So it'd be more like an interpretation of what I thought would be interesting and what he wanted to be and what he wanted on the show.
The third season, it sees you go head-to-head with the Foundation, Empire, and anyone who gets in your way, really. Without spoiling it, but I do have to wonder, who is the most fun to act alongside or go against in Season 3?
I have to say the main cast is phenomenal, so I didn't mind who I was standing in front. I just felt lucky and blessed to be part of the show and working with incredible actors and actresses. It's always difficult to pick one because it's you shouldn't do that. But I have two scenes that I really, really enjoy. I have a lot of scenes I enjoyed. I loved working with Scarlett, the little girl. Actually, at the moment while I'm talking about it, more and more scenes are popping up that I really enjoyed. I loved the introduction to the Mule. There is a specific thing in it where when we had our first meeting, David and I and his writers, I wanted to add a tiny element to it. And have you seen the first episode?
I have,
Yeah, that was my idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I wanted to do something. You when he does what he does, when you do what he does, I don't know what it's called in English. When he does the thing in the first season, the first episode, it's spectacular, but you have to ground it in something between two people. So I force him to do something out of his own free will, and therefore we are telling the story of what the Mule is capable of. Working with Jared, I love that. I'm a big fan of him. Working with Lou, she's amazing. So, And the other scene that I really, really, really loved was working with Geneve and Cassian in 2 different setups. Actually, I'm just mentioning all the people I've been working with on this season. Sorry, I love working with all of them.
Great cast. Thank you very much. The scene you mentioned there, I do know which one you mean. Hopefully when people see that, they'll also agree.
But have you seen all of it? Or
all 9.
All 9?
Just not the last one, yeah.
So, yeah. No, so we can't spoil it.
No, but gruesome.
Yeah, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun. All right, Jack, it was wonderful meeting you, man.